Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was recording again. Oh, sorry. Playoff picture. What the fuck? I have no idea. Okay, we have 4 teams that are for certain. Okay, Dirschfall 9-2, and unless if he loses both and Centurions wins both, with the tiebreaker being points, Dirschfall is going to be number 1 seed. Centurions is going to be the number 2 seed. The only way not to be the number 2 seed is if I go 2-0 and he goes 1-2 or 0-2. But we're just going to put them 1-2. Those are the only 2 teams that are guaranteed in the playoffs. So congratulations. Okay. The German and the actual original champ of the league, Dirschfall. And the other 2 certainties are good friends Jeff D. Rose being Shade Bush and Feelin' Breeze, and Josh Spencer being Get Some. Oh, did you guys know that Josh's girlfriend, Pickles, or Pickle, as most people call her, is an extreme coupon person. She enjoys coupons, and she does a lot of couponing. And it drives Josh nuts. So as much as you guys want to post on couponing, that would be great. Just to actually frustrate the shit out of Josh, that would be wonderful. I'll take the heat on it. I'm fine with it. But yeah, I think it would be pretty funny. Anyhow, him and Get Some being 2-9, and Shea Bush being 2-8-1 are both out of the playoff picture. Now, for the murky middle. First of all, I want everybody to know, and I know there's 2 new to the league, Ballroom Heroes and Rumham Ryan. The tiebreaker to get in the playoffs, if you so do end up with the same record as somebody else, is points scored. Okay, so right now, taking away Centurions and Dirschfall, because we know they're in, I have 1,043, which is the 3rd highest behind Centurion. So take them out completely. I have out of the rest, I'm the highest. Surprisingly enough, Asian Sensation is the 2nd highest. Hugo Gabo is the 3rd highest, and then so on and so forth. Barroom Heroes, Rumham, all of them. Okay, so if you do tie with a team, you better hope that team has less points overall this league than you do. No matter what happens, there's 3 out of the 6 remaining teams that are in it that, if with a loss this week, are out of it. If Asian Sensation, if they lose the Gabo, they're done. If Despicable Me loses to Centurions, they're done. And if Barroom Heroes loses to Wembley, they're done. They'll be under 500 with only 1 game left. They'll be done. Now, screw you guys. If Barroom Heroes beats Wembley, they'll climb to 6-6. Wembley will fall down to 6-5. Wembley will still be in the playoffs at that time, but then it's going to really come down to week 13, which is the final. So Wembley and Gabo, because Gabo is 6-5, are the only ones with a little breathing room. A loss, even though it won't completely eliminate every other team, it will make it almost impossible, and also then the tiebreakers will come into play, which is also a reason why Wembley has an advantage over Rumham and Despicable Me, because he's higher in points, and chances are that's not going to change that dramatically in the last 2 weeks. But, you know, it possibly could. Now, if we look, the hardest schedule for somebody is probably has to be Micah Despicable Me has at 5-5 has to pretty much win both games, okay? Because I don't think being 500 is going to get you in the playoffs, okay? He has to beat Centurions, who's the second highest scoring team in the league, and then he has to beat Wembley, which if he's the injuries to his players don't seem like they're going to be for the season or anything like that. It might just be this week and back or something like that. Is also one of the highest scoring teams in the league, the third highest even with that kind of stuff. So he's got a very hard road to go. Gabo, on the other hand, has Asian Sensation, who actually has scored more points this year than Gabo. And then he's got Rumham, which that matchup, Rumham versus Gabo, could be for the last spot, depending on what happens in week 12. But he's got a mediocre schedule. He at least, his playoffs start today, definitely, or tomorrow, technically speaking. He's going against two teams that he's fighting for, both of them fighting for that spot. You go to Sensation. Obviously, I just said he plays Gabo. And then in the big week, week 13, he's going to hope that Dirschfall is going to rest all his players, which I'm pretty sure with the colorful history between Brad and Ted, I'm pretty sure he'll be smiling as he waves goodbye and knocks Teddy out of the playoffs. Probably. So it's going to be a rough go for Asian Sensation 2. Two teams over 500 that he's got to beat consecutively to realistically have a shot. Being 5-6, he needs to get to 7-6. A tie is not going to help him either. Now Rumham, Ryan's got a nice, not padded schedule, but he's at least should go into week 13 feeling happy about himself, because he's going against Shave Bush and Feeling a Breeze. If you lose to Shave Bush and Feeling a Breeze, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs, especially this late. So you should. I would assume that you get the win. If you go there, you get 6-5-1, and then you're either going to be above Hugo or tied with me. If you get that way. So then everything's going to come down to week 13. So you do definitely need to win. You're obviously in the best position out of everybody to get the win. You should feel the most comfortable going against a 2-8-1 team. After that, in week 13, this one's a big one, Rumham versus Gabo. Gabo's going to be coming in 6-6 or 7-5. But Ryan, assuming a win against Shea Bush, which I feel is going to happen, will be 6-5-1. They could be playing for that last playoff spot. How much did that clear it up? Okay, I gave you the scenarios. To me personally, obviously, I think it's going to be Centurions and Dirschfall, I think, are in. I think I'm going to get in mainly because I'm the front runner out of the people like ranked third at the moment, and I got the highest points for. So any tiebreakers, it's mine. Obviously, if I lose the last 2 weeks, it's not going to, I'm not going to get in, which is possible. But I definitely think it's Centurions, Dirschfall, Wembley. And I actually think it's going to be Rumham. The Rumham reason, instead of Gabo, is if you look at their matchup in week 13. So all of you guys who want to jump to week 13 real quick, I got to do this really quick while I'm running out of time here. Obviously, I'm going to do the thing again next week. I guess it will be a little bit clearer, and I'll know exactly what's going on here. Rumham has a little easier of a schedule. Obviously, he's He's got Michael Turner against Houston. Hard run defense, true. He's got DeMarco Murray, but against a crappy Arizona team. Deshaun Jackson against a Seattle team who's really tough against the run, but good against the pass. Now, and all the teams are going to be, all teams that players that he has are going to be on teams that really need wins, which is a big thing. And Gabo has a lot of tough matchups with McCoy going against really hard rush defense. Same thing with Sean Green and Rashad Mendenhall. I'll come and revisit it next week. Anyhow, guys, good luck and happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Shit, happened again. Sorry, guys. Anyhow, good luck.